excited by all this. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't thinking, oh my God, we are busy. What if I miss the train? Oh, we are busy. What if the train is delayed and Damian then gets cancelled? And if Damian cancels, we might have to cancel the interview. What I'm thinking is, this is exciting. This actually separates the men from the boys.
Yeah. It's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
I'm not really sure what I make of these. Not very nice. What do you think about only producing content that you can sell? You know, like only working for things that you believe in, brands, organisations. Darling corn, you know. I'm not. There's going to be somebody in the office that might enjoy this. I'm not really. No. I can't think of anything social to say. Damo, hello.
How you doing?
I have heard so much about you. It's since the day David started, I've been getting tagged in on YouTube videos, Facebook posts. He brought your book first week.
He's a legend.
The first week of him starting, he says you need to read that. And I like the cover.
Thanks. Do you know, the cover actually came about because it was a long story of leading up to the book. And one thing I found out about the last book I read was Fantastic Mr. Fox, so I'm not a big reader. And when it came to writing a book, I was approached by a publishing company and they said, do you want to write a book? And I was like, no, I can't read hardly. And I went for this meeting with this guy who was the oldest man. I think he was about as old as the sun. I mean, he was so old. And he said, what do you want to call your book? And I was like, I don't know. And I came up with basically F Plan B. He was like, you can't call it that. It's not going to get in W.H. Smith's. I was like, mate, my book's never going to get in W.H. Smith's. Anyway, I learned then when I went into it, I started studying other people's books and I just thought, God, they're all boring. Mm-hmm. So I just thought I'll just put something really offensive on the front. so it never gets...
You can say fuck.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
I was going to call it Fuck Plan B.
Yeah,
but then he said, you can't. And I was like, I can do it. It's my book. I can do what I want. And then I just thought, actually, I probably can't do that. But I thought I'll put something offensive on it so that way it can never get into W.H. Smith's.
So you're recording, right?
Yeah.
Time as we speak. So I think you ought to introduce yourself.
All right. My name's Damian Keyes, and I am I'm a musician.
You're an entrepreneur.
Come on. I love that.
You are. After this, you'll have to listen to the podcast itself. In fact, we'll put the link in the description below. I would say you're an entrepreneur.
Thanks. I'd like that. It's one of those things I don't like to call myself. It's like
nobody does.
Yeah,
it's a bit icky. It's a bit like being 44 and on TikTok thing.
It's sticky.
I'm an entrepreneur. But yeah, I think I've come round to I've been described as being a bit of an entrepreneur.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think you have to have lots of different businesses. I think you have to be brave.
Yeah.
And that's certainly what I see you as, brave.
Thanks.
Definitely. So you are an entrepreneur and
a musician. So I started off as a musician, loved being a musician, but decided I wanted to be more in business. I don't know, I just fell into business and I just liked the day-to-day of it. Mm-hmm. And now I'm madly in love with social media, like yourself.
It's a pretty brave thing, isn't it? Being able to stand in front of people and sing, and I don't know, do you play any instruments?
I play bass, yeah.
Bass?
Play bass
so
mostly.
Play bass, sing, all that kind of... It's a pretty brave thing. So going into entrepreneurship, up in sticks, moving your business to New York, it's just nothing, is it?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll have to tell you how it goes.
Listen, thank you very much today.
Dude, thank you
really
so much.
Appreciate your time today.
Thanks.
And David in his room.
Yo.
So, what are we doing?
Oh, are we actually live on the camera thing?
Yeah, man.
So, I'll start from the beginning, okay? We got in work this morning at like 5:30, okay? So, picture this. We've got Ben pacing up and down in the office, going, panting. I thought he was in labour. He kind of looks like that right this moment in time. But I genuinely thought this man was in labour. I'm like, what's the matter, Ben? He went, we're busy. And I'm like, yeah, we are. So what's happening is I'm in at 5:30, Ben and myself, we're getting some stuff done. I'm printing booklets out because we've got a workshop today. No, not today, tomorrow. If we have a look outside, you can see how dark it is. Yeah, that's how dark it is. Good shot. This is not my house. David doesn't actually live with me. This is a hotel room because tomorrow we're delivering a workshop from our London base. Back to today. Today we're in at 5:30, printing the booklets out, getting ready for tomorrow's workshop. 9 o'clock comes, I'm in a consultancy gig down at the local government, having to catch a train at 1:45, but I have to finish the consultancy gig at 12 o'clock. That's busy. We're on the train, off the train, into a interview whereby we are interviewing for our podcast, marketing our business, leveraging sort of his shine and our kind of relationship, pushing it out further. Damian Keyes, who is a musician and wrote multiple books on social media and marketing, helping market musicians and doing a bloody great job. Inspirational character. You should watch the podcast. It's really, really good. And then to finish with an interview for somebody to take on the London office back here. And what we're doing now is we're adding more context to our already very, very, very busy curriculum that is the social media food chain. Now that's busy. So on reflection, what that kind of made me feel excited by all this. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't thinking, oh my God, we are busy. What if I miss the train? Oh, we are busy. What if the train is delayed and Damian then gets cancelled? And if Damian cancels, we might have to cancel the interview. What I'm thinking is this is exciting. This actually separates the men from the boys. 6 months ago, maybe more, 12 months ago, what we would have done if we had a workshop is let's cancel this meeting with the council. Let's not book anything else in and let's just do this workshop. And that's just like, for me, the pussy out. We do not want to be doing stuff like this. We have between the time of 9 o'clock and 1:45 in the afternoon to fill. What can we do to fill that? How can we make that valuable and be of service to Be More Social? And that is to serve. Rather than to serve ourselves by thinking, let's have a rest because we've got a busy afternoon, all right? It's now time for this particular business to start performing and making sure they make good use of every minute of every single day. And to boot, when we get back to Doncaster, after tomorrow, workshop at 9 o'clock while 12, 3 interviews and a podcast as well to deliver at the same time whilst we're in London to boot. The following day, we've got a speaking gig. The day after that, which is Thursday, we've got a speaking gig. And the day after that, Friday, we have another speaking gig. That is what separates the men from the boys.